As someone who's been in the crypto space for quite a few years and invested over $30,000 in the process, here's 5 things I'd tell my younger self when investing in the space, or 5 things I'd tell to a friend. If anyone asks me, Dawson, what have you learned from investing thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars into the space? What have you learned? What would you tell someone? These are the ultimate 5 things that I would tell someone. Within them contains all other things, in my opinion, or very close to all other things that you need to kind of win in this space or to be successful in this space long term. I have a very long term focused trading strategy, a long term focused investing plan. And by long term, I mean weeks, months, and years, not like days and weeks, but more like on a monthly basis and a yearly basis. What are the moves I'm making in order to be successful? These are the 5 things that kind of encapsulate that. The first one's going to be that it's okay to make losses, but it's not okay to give up. And what I mean by this is that we're all going to take losses. If you ever think that you're not going to take losses, you are completely wrong and you're very new to investing. Every investor at some point in time, including Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, Bill Ackman, all of the biggest investors in the world, the big short guys, everyone takes investing losses. And they take losses every single year. No investment that you make every year is going to be the best investment of your life. And sometimes our fundamentals break down, or we break down, or we just have a poor trading performance or a poor understanding of a certain position. You're going to take losses. But when you take a loss, what that does is the same thing as what happens in business or in relationships or in life. By trying something, by failing, by essentially taking a loss or losing something, maybe getting embarrassed, maybe being demotivated, what we are doing is building the future character of ourselves if we continue to keep going. So when you take a loss in investing, one time I lost $7,300 in crypto. This was in like 2022 or early 2023, something like that. When you take a loss in crypto, a loss that big, or a loss by asking a girl out and getting rejected, or a loss, by failing a test or something, when you take a loss and you decide not to give up and you decide to keep going, what this does is it builds the character that it requires to take the next step. When you take a loss and you decide to not keep going, to not keep trying, to not keep growing, this essentially leads you to failure, and you build a bad habit of not being able to kind of get to the next step or fight through hard challenges, etc. So when you take a loss in crypto, just know that losses are not permanent, they're temporary, and when you take a loss, it can be a good thing as long as you don't give up. The second thing I would say is to protect your crypto at all costs. We usually all hear about a hardware wallet, securing your wallet, getting it offline, getting your crypto, not your keys, not your crypto. But that's not even what I mean by this. Yes, you need to have security of your assets, take charge of your assets, whether you want to hold them on a SEX, a centralized exchange, or hold them on a hardware wallet, or hold them on a hot wallet. Any spot can be safe given the blockchain you're on or given the methods that you use in your personal data privacy. But when I say protect your crypto and protect yourselves, I mean, yes, there's hackers everywhere, but there's also scams everywhere. Everybody wants to hit a 1000x meme coin or a crazy DeFi play. There's scams everywhere, and you have to know that. And then there's also very bad investments. So given market timing, given market cycles, given what the product is, given the unique selling point of the product or what the chart's saying, it's really a culmination of all these things. And so not only do you have to worry about your assets being held by you as a bank in your wallet and being safe there, but you also have to worry about things you're investing in being scams or just the team imploding. And then you got to worry about the investment quality of the investments that you're making. So the highest priority for a crypto investor, coming from someone who's got, thousands and thousands of dollars in the game, is to protect yourself at all times. The next idea flows off of that very, very well, and it is that you need to have patience and conviction with your investments, and this becomes way, way easier if you're investing in projects for the right reasons. Now, in my opinion, my right reasons for investing in a project might be a lot different than your right reasons for investing into a project. I know people who've made, hundreds of thousands of dollars on meme coins, and they think that meme coins are the perfect right investment. And to some degree, meme coins will do well, and the way that they invest in them, I think that they could do well because they have a great fundamental understanding of meme coins. But me, I do understand meme coins, but I have a different reason for investing in tokens. I like to take a whole lot of aspects into play, like fundamental analysis of what this project's trying to do, the tokenomics for the retail investor, and what the chart is saying. So I like to be in DeFi projects. I think that's a great way to leverage an L1 or an L2 based chain. So what you need to do is figure out what makes a project a good project for you, and invest in things for the right reasons so then you can have patience and conviction. One of the worst enemies to your profits, to your gains, to your portfolio is over trading or over analyzing or doing too much. I think everyone here would be very, very surprised with how little I do with my portfolio. I have a course called the 1 Hour Trader because I literally do probably 1 hour's worth of trading a week, really just checking the charts on the trades I'm in very long term, checking what's happening, kind of seeing what's new in the space. I do spend a lot of time on Twitter or, on YouTube, and just part of my content creation brand. I'm around the crypto space every day, and I think a lot of you would be also. But the biggest thing is have patience and have conviction in your investments and in your assets, and this becomes way easier when you're investing into things for the right reasons that you've defined for yourself. The fourth thing I'd tell a younger version of myself is that you will not be able to make millions in crypto if you do the bare minimum. This is the land of sharks, and unfortunately, there are people out there who will just work harder than you or understand things better than you or have a certain series of events that gives them a better investing opportunity than you do. Now, this is part of life. Life is not always the most fair thing. Some people have, better jobs. Some people have better situations they're born into or different countries. And the same thing can go for crypto and investing. Some people are just at the right place at the right time. Like in 2013, if I was like 26 or 27, I probably would have had a better ability to invest into Bitcoin or even understand what Bitcoin was doing back in 2023 or 2015 or 2016 if I would have been older, which I was not. I was a late teenager in those times. Even a mid-teenager in some of those times. I just simply was not the right age, was not interested in technology. I do like finance and investing at that age, but I always thought stocks. I'd never even heard of cryptocurrency. So people like, when we think about Charles Hoskinson and Vitalik Buterin, they were really just in the cusp of something very, very new, and they had this passion for internet technology or software development or coding, and they were in the blockchain space somehow and at the right people at the right time. And so if you want to make a lot of money or you want to have the best shot, you need to do more than the bare minimum. There's always going to be people with these weird circumstances, or they watch the perfect video that resonates with them, or they know someone who's teaching them a lot about this space who spent decades in the space, right? And so you need to know that there are sharks out there. Anything that involves money, there's always massive, massive players out there. And if you know that going in, and you know that, hey, I either need to adopt my strategy because I know I don't want to do a lot of work, or I need to really put in a lot of work to understand what I'm doing so I can minimize losses and have the best potential outcome this bull market. But you got to put in the work. There's different people out there who do different strategies that I'm not willing to do because it takes too much of my time. I have a normal 9 to 5. I run this channel and I run a business related to this channel. So I know that my investments are not something that I want to take a ton of time with. So I need a strategy that's quicker and easier, but longer term can make more money, in my opinion. I know other people in this space who are willing to trade NFTs every day, be on a day trading meme chart and really spend time grinding those things out for, and having that opportunity that people like I am not willing to take. So protect your time, understand that there are big players in the space, and if you don't understand something, you need to figure out how to understand it and how to get the outcome that you want based on the work you're putting in. The final thing I would tell someone is that do not lose sight of your morals and do not lose sight of yourself in this investing process. At the end of the day, this is just investing. All we're doing is investing. Some people are going to make millions of dollars. Some people are going to make hundreds of thousands. Some people are going to make like 10,000. At the end of the day, it's just money. And I understand that money makes life easier. It has the potential to make life sweeter. It has the ability to add great things to your family and do great things for you financially and personally. And just, like I want money. I would love an Aventador or a 911 Turbo Cabriolet. Like those are some of my dream cars I've been dreaming about since I was like 10 or 12 years old. And I know I want those things. I want that James Bond lifestyle. That's what I work for, right? But in the process, I think growing older, working in a corporate world for a couple years now and then building this business there are times when you find yourself losing sight of your morals or losing sight of yourself in order to make a quicker gain or a quicker thing or a quicker this or a quicker that. At the end of the day, those things are not worth it. In the investing world, you need to find a way to invest, maintain your morals, maintain your integrity, maintain yourself so that at the end of the day, when you make all that money, like I know you can, if you walk away from this bull market with millions of dollars or even just a couple $100,000, life's going to be so much sweeter if you did the right things to get there and you have a great attitude at the end of the runway instead of, getting to the end of the runway with the wrong principles and the wrong attitude and the wrong morals and the wrong idea. And then you run into guilt and you run into all these other things. So I would highly suggest you to maintain your integrity, maintain your morals, and money is just better when it comes that way. These are the 5 things, really. I think everything in the world kind of encapsulates into these things. These are the 5 things I'd tell anyone who asks me, what have you learned investing into the crypto space? Those are the things. Those are the things I urge you to do. Let me know if you think I missed one or add one down into the comments. I'd be happy to learn and read from you, all right? See you in the next video. Hope you have a good week.